They brought harmony to a generation, both on screen and through the speakers. The Partridge Family was a family band that toured through our hearts with matching outfits, sing-alongs, and that unforgettable psychedelic bus.
She straightened out my toy box, and now my squeaky wheaky's missing.
But as the music faded, so did some of its most cherished stars. From soaring fame to personal battles, not everyone made it to the final encore.
For death. If I take another drink, I'm going to die. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I'm dead.
These are the beloved The Partridge Family actors who tragically passed away. How do you become part of America's most wholesome TV family and vanish before anyone notices you're gone? Suzanne Crowe, born in Fullerton, California, was just 7 when she stepped into pop culture history as Tracy Partridge, the tambourine-playing youngest sibling of the Partridge family. Quiet, sweet, and freckled, she wasn't the voice or the punchline, but the heartbeat of that fictional band.
She straightened out my toy box, and now my squeaky wheaky's missing.
Millions saw her grow up across all 4 seasons of the show from 1970 to 1974, and then she was gone. She left Hollywood behind, ran a bookstore, managed an Office Max, and raised a family. Married to William Condrey, she had 2 children and lived a private life away from the spotlight. On April 27, 2015, she died suddenly at 52. Her heart had been quietly betraying her, ravaged by a rare disease called arrhythmogenic right ventricular dysplasia, a condition that can cause sudden cardiac death with little or no warning. No scandal, just a life cut short. Suzanne never craved stardom, but she gave us something rare, realness. In a world of spotlights, she was the steady rhythm in the back, and maybe that's what made her unforgettable.
How old is he?
10. Why?
I keep getting this funny feeling that I'm dealing with a 40-year-old midget.
Before the posters, before the fame, he was just a boy with a famous last name and a voice too big to be ignored. David Cassidy was born for the stage, son of actors Jack Cassidy and Evelyn Ward. Stepson of Shirley Jones, he became the heartthrob of a generation and the unmistakable voice of the Partridge Family. As Keith Partridge, he didn't just act, he was the show. His song, I Think I Love You, topped charts, and his face wallpapered teen bedrooms worldwide. The frenzy rivaled Elvis. Cassidy even met John Lennon, whom he admired deeply, though stories of them playing together are more legend than fact. But fame wasn't kind. Behind the glitter was a man unraveling, alcohol, loneliness, and aching confessions in interviews. His solo career soared internationally, especially in the UK and Australia, but faded in the US. He reinvented himself on Broadway, in Vegas, and on stage again. Yet the boy idol never truly outran the shadow. In his later years, Cassidy struggled with alcoholism and health issues. In 2017, he revealed he was suffering from dementia, though it was later reported his memory loss was caused by liver failure from years of alcohol abuse.
Life or death. If I take another drink, I'm going to die. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I'm dead.
On November 21st, 2017, he died, organs failing, memory fading, breath gone. His final words, "So much wasted time." In a house full of song, chaos, and technicolor bell-bottoms, he was the sigh, the side-eye, the soul holding it together.
How did Lori start that fire anyway? I don't know. I was too busy sulking.
Dave Madden was Reuben Kincaid, the Partridge Family's bumbling manager, always one eye roll away from a meltdown. But behind the scowl was warmth.
Did your mother ever tell you to look both ways before you cross the street?
Of course.
Too bad.
Off-screen, he took a struggling Danny Bonaduce into his home, becoming more real family than fiction to a kid who needed it most.
Look, kid, if you're old enough to look at an oil well, you're old enough to put it back the way you found it.
That is the way I found it.
Born in Sarnia, Ontario, and raised in Terre Haute, Indiana, Madden's journey began with magic tricks for local audiences, then stand-up comedy in the Air Force. His big break came on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In.
The car you can buy as cheap as the low-price European models. It's called a 1948 Studebaker.
And then came Reuben. Madden was never the front man, but he was the glue, a laugh when you needed one, the adult in a house of music and mayhem. After the Partridge Family, he kept audiences smiling as Earl Hicks on Alice, and later shared his story in his memoir, Reuben on Rye. On January 16, 2014, he died at 82, his body weakened by myelodysplastic syndrome, heart, and kidney failure. Some comedians chase laughs. Arte Johnson ambushed them.
Did you ever in your life hear such a funny talker as that Dizzy Arnaz?
Listen, Wolfgang, you're not the only silver fox tongue around here.
With a squint, a whisper, and a wicked grin, he slipped into American living rooms on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. A strange little man in a helmet muttering,
Very interesting, but stupid.
His signature character, Wolfgang, the bumbling German soldier, turned catchphrases into cultural shrapnel. He won an Emmy in 1971 and carved out a career playing the absurd, the sly, and the unexpected.
Very interesting.
I think that you are very interesting too.
But there were more. Memorable voice roles in DuckTales, Justice League, and The Smurfs, park bench sketches that became legend, and audiobooks by the dozens. Born in Benton Harbor, Michigan, Johnson was a chameleon, always funny, never loud, blending satire and social commentary with impeccable timing.
Oh, Mr. Roman is now going to be the president saying to the astronauts, on your way out, take up the garbage.
Arte died on July 3, 2019, at age 90. Heart failure after a long fight with cancer. No spotlight, no ceremony, just ocean wind in Hawaii, where his ashes were scattered. He wasn't the biggest star, but he didn't need to be. Arte Johnson knew that with the right pause, the right look, the whole world could laugh. They were part of a family that brought joy, color, and music into millions of homes, but behind the catchy tunes and laugh tracks were real people, some of whom left us far too soon. Whose memory stuck with you the most? And what did the Partridge Family mean to you growing up? Let's celebrate their lives and legacies, one song, one story at a time. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more heartfelt tributes to the stars we still hold dear. Stay curious and compassionate, and we will see you in the next video.